Hello everyone, welcome to Remarkable Boutique Hotels, where we talk about outstanding experiences and everything that leads to them. Today's video is about how all departments in one hotel and their cross-organization and communication influence guest experience. And I'm going to share with you one luxury hotel experience in detail, which was complete failure. Let's dive in. Hotel openers start their business with a vision. Sometimes they have that clear picture in their head, and sometimes they are unaware of it, like not having it strictly planned, but they definitely pick ideas based on specific concept they imagine. The problem is they overlook that concept since it came naturally for them, and they over-focus on day-to-day business, which obviously is not easy, but they are missing to fully develop hotel's identity and character and merge those two into procedures and hotel's know-how. And this is not a huge problem at the beginning, but becomes hidden bottleneck once you start developing and delegating things more and more, including other people in your business. So it's crucial to integrate your hotel story and your hotel's values in your know-how, to apply them in every aspect of service design and any physical part of hotel. It will result in clear organization and everyone understanding how their actions influence the whole business. The big picture, right? And this well-rounded approach of both intangibles and tangible parts of hospitality business is what helps your hotel stand out and become well-known and trusted long-term, right? For example, when focusing on a specific guest, it's all about their experience and your brand promise in practice. While when focusing solely on day-to-day execution, it's only about business and not even in the long run. I'm not saying that this is bad, but what happens in this scenario is that departments may work well independently, but always fail to integrate well, and the guest is the one to see this. So let's see this in one example, which I experienced about a year ago. This was a seaside small hotel, but kind of famous, beautiful boho design with just the right approach, so it looked very elegant. It had colorful details, blue was dominant, it had different textures, different styles in furniture, just to give you some impression. In room, they had literally the best selection of snacks and drinks I've ever seen, all locally produced and specific for that region. They had description of area and recommendations for authentic experiences. And I also found an invitation for that month's special, which was Hot Chocolate Month, happening in the hotel. It was very nicely designed pamphlet, welcoming me to join a late afternoon bar where chocolate laboratory was, and to enjoy my delicious cup, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was such a great copy, mouth-watering in fact, just like it should be. It had that effect of show me, make me feel, instead of just telling me, just writing it down. So the next logical step for someone who loves chocolate was to go and have it. So I went to the afternoon bar, and the nice waitress greeted me, and hearing I was into chocolate, she literally said, "Fantastic, would you like white or milk chocolate?" Do you feel even now how it kind of disturbs the flow of my story? I remember thinking, okay, there must be more coming up. So I answered milk, expecting another question. Maybe they would do some kind of live menu presentation, step-by-step thing, getting to know my preferences. But no, like she smiled and was about to turn, heading back to the bar, when I asked her if there was anything more. Turned out that was it. White or milk chocolate. I mean, for notice, they could add some biscuits and cream on top too. And I mean, I cannot describe my shock to you. There was no menu for this hot chocolate month activity. There was no creative offer around that idea. I almost felt like I made it all up, like I should have brought that pamphlet as an evidence to defend. She was surprised when I asked for some seasoning, spices, spirits, anything. And shockingly, I also learned from her that they used pudding powder, the one from a bag, because it was convenient. I didn't ask this as I wasn't expecting something like that in this kind of hotel, and honestly, I don't know what she was trying to fix with that. Anyway, she was extremely polite and wanted to accommodate my needs, but it wasn't like I was dying to have a cup of hot chocolate or that I wanted it to be extraordinary. Just decent would be fine. After all, I wasn't there to like experiment and invent my own recipe, but enjoy the creation someone else came up with. Remember, they invited me to come. They made me come in a way because of that great marketing in the room. I expected to see something new and have an experience of drinking some interesting flavors in that cup because of that marketing, copy, idea they presented. They created my expectations, not me. But none of it was available. It did not exist. And don't get me wrong here. I was not a complicated guest at all, as I perfectly understand these are like careless omissions on a company level. So what this example shows is bad back-end systems, like no complete organizational flow from management top to execution bottom, or quality assessment, for example. They did impeccable marketing, which led to sales, but they didn't have that activity thought out at all. And I'm not even going to mention price, because price is not important until we feel disappointed or like we lost our time and money and like energy, or we feel like fools for paying extra no matter how high or low the price is. And the important mistake here, like the most important, is realization that their employees don't understand the concept of the hotel. They're not explained the values and the story in general of that hotel. Like what kind of experiences they aim to provide and how they try to present hotel's personality through food, drinks, and so on, just like they did through interior design or spa experiences, for example. You can also conclude that there was no clear responsibility distribution in their team, as someone, preferably the whole team, would have tested that recipe once it was made, assuming it was actually created with more care and tasted by that accountable person. It was such a pity, because with their boho concept in mind, they could have played with spices, flavors, additional ingredients like mixing spirits, coffee, tea, matcha powder, cocoa beans, having dark and ruby chocolate option, even go creative with a serving dish or unusual snacks, for example, like many things. I forgot to say how it actually looked. I eventually opted for the mix of white and milk chocolate and cream on top with biscuits. I was just like, let's have it everything. And I got tall glass with thick pudding to be eaten with spoon, served on saucer, which was not suitable for a glass, so it was wobbling. Cold cream on top was melting, and it all made the glass dirty, and like overall experience felt worse than visiting some fast food local kiosk. At the same time, we got these. I noticed a couple across our table leaving, and they had 2 almost full glasses of this like hot chocolate left behind them. I'll probably try to find a photo of it for you, as I already given too many details. I feel like I should document it. But you know, the worst part is not even that chocolate. It's the trust that was broken. After such experience, a guest will question your other services. Situations like these are not a moment to point out whose fault it is. This is cross-department coordination, even training of employees, some regular team routines, clear relation with the management and strategical decision makers, and essentially company's culture. So please be better than this. Follow up all processes from the very beginning, when idea is proposed to how it's eventually executed. What's the actual guest experience? It's your responsibility to ensure everyone understands their part in creating that specific guest experience that you envision. So I think that's enough for today. Go ahead and experience your offer from a guest's perspective. Until next occasion, have beautiful experiences, my friends. Thank you for listening. Here at Remarkable Boutique Hotels, we want your hotel to be worth every penny and every second of your guests. Schedule a discovery call to find more about our remarkable methodology, which is unique in the whole hospitality industry. I would love to hear your hotel story. See you there.